Hello, everyone. You're very welcome to the most reverend football lounge. I am your host, the master of ceremonies, Rebel the Rateless. I will explain why I am rateless momentarily, but allow me to introduce my guests at this time. Ross from down under in South Africa. Very welcome, Ross, as always. And of course, the classical king himself, wearing some sort of a jersey that he'll explain later on. FTS with Column. How are you doing, buddy?
Who? Me or Ross?
Hello, I'm good too, thanks.
I,
Very
I,
well.
I
Very
thought it
well.
was I thought it was appropriate to kind of go into the bluesy layer when we had our piano man music. Now, this is a product called Wraith. Colin's going to bring up a banner for us that we're going to explain what Wraith is momentarily.
Yep, when I can find it.
So, in the absence, there it is. Wraith is a powdered energy drink and is a healthier alternative to your store bought energy drinks that are carbonated in nature. Wraith is dissolved in water to give you that edge in your gaming, in your streaming, or whatever field that you need that extra hit of caffeine. Use code FTSN22 for 10% off or the QR code now on stream. And this, of course, is the Cult Cola. I've now officially got Colin addicted to this flavour because it is absolutely fantastic. Now, I'm going to ask Colin to describe what it tastes like shortly. But unfortunately for me, this Wraith is all gone. And to quote Johnny Depp, why, Colin, is Wraith gone?
The race has gone because you're waiting your order. That's why it's gone. Fortunately for me, I still have a tub and a half left. Had to get the cold cola one. Yeah, I really like the one that I had before, the watermelon twist. Really like it. The cold cola one, oh my god, that stuff is dangerous in a way that you will just want cup after cup after cup. The best way I can describe it, I don't know whether Ross will ever have them, because I know it was a big thing in the UK. I don't know whether it was over, down under. But the Mr. Freeze ice pops that you used to get, the cola flavour. No? Did you ever get cola flavour ice pops?
Nope. This is all foreign to me.
Or popsicle, as I'm being told to say. Basically, that's what it tastes like. Like when it all melted, the last little bits that you used to just, when you were younger, that's exactly what it tastes like. It tastes amazing. And they do ship worldwide as well, so go and get yourself a tub.
Yes, indeed. And we will, of course, mention them there later on the stream again, just to remind you of the codes. But we are going to have a bit of fun tonight. This is a bit of a lighter stream that we have in store for you. Now, we will be mentioning about the Manchester United takeover at the back end of the stream. But you're wondering probably, why are two Manchester United fans wearing jerseys that are not Manchester United related? Well, I'm going to tell you why. We're going talking about how it appears that the major manufacturing companies have got a bit lazy in their kit design. Now, these two jerseys, in fairness, are not the worst jerseys in the world. They're pretty damn decent. This one, of course, is Atletico de Madrid. And Colin, you're wearing?
I am wearing AEK Athens.
AEK Athens. But over the last week or so, I've been seeing some absolutely phenomenal concept kits, either developed by small freelance jersey companies or by fans who are using jersey concept software online. And it just seems that everything, the imagination that goes into those jerseys seems to far outpace anything that the likes of your Nikes and Adidas's are doing. So we're going to go through a few jerseys and we're going to talk about them. And I think, Colum, seeing as we're outnumbering him, I think we let him have the Aston Villa shirt first.
Yeah, no worries at all. So, Ross, I do have a home and an away kit. You'll see them side by side. The one that you actually wear, and then the concept one. And I like to get
Before you show us, let's just make clear this is the first time I'm seeing this concept kit. So whatever my reaction is, it's going to be an honest reaction. So let's see.
So this is the home kit. Like I said, the one on the left is the one that is official. One on the right is concept.
You're on mute as well, Ross, by the way.
Oh God, it's a good thing I was on mute because I just let up a huge gasp. Wow. Okay. Yes, I actually like that pattern on the right-hand side. And if they had to adopt that into the next season's kit, that would be great. Hopefully Castore will do that. It's a shame that Kappa didn't take up that opportunity to make that pattern. But it looks stunning. Wow. Whoa.
So obviously
Shit.
you prefer the concept kit, I'd imagine, there based on your reaction.
Definitely. That's unique. And this is one thing that always stumps me with manufacturers, especially the big boys in the manufacturing sector, is they have all the tools to get creative with designs, textures, color schemes, but they always go back to the basics. And that's fine. But when you get that every single season, it does get a bit dull. But I really, really like that. I really like that concept kit. And it just actually makes me a little bit frustrated that manufacturers don't look online and just simply open up Google and look at some ideas that some people might be putting out, because there's some really creative and talented people that come up with these concept kits. That's fantastic. I like it.
I do have a theory as to the why, but I will share that after we've gone through all our kits. Now, do you want to make any comments on that kit, or do you want to wait and give him his second kit, Colin?
No, I will give him his second kit. Now, this second kit is what I would class as the away kit. I really like the design of the concept one. So, again, I'd want to see what Ross thinks. So, this is the away kit.
Wow. Okay, that's smart. I like that. I do like that. I'm a bit torn because I also like my personal preference for our current away kits, which is what you see on the left hand side. I like that. I find that very classy. But on the right, it's different. But as a Villa fan, and like I say, just my own personal opinion here with the preference, I tend to shy away from designs that are heavily influenced by yellow. I just don't like the way the yellow fits into our color scheme. I mean, our third kit at the moment is black and yellow, and I don't like it because it looks like a hazard sign that's black and yellow. Although I do like that checkered pattern.
So if it weren't for the yellow, you'd prefer that one?
Yeah, I think if it wasn't for the yellow, I definitely prefer the checkered pattern to the plain stripes. I definitely prefer that. But I do think the yellow is just a bit too heavily influenced.
Okay. Colin, I think we'll save Manchester United for last, because I think we can all have a bit of fun in the next few, because we're going to be completely impartial. Why don't we have a look at Brighton next?
Yep, no worries. So this Brighton home kit, there is no away kit. I haven't put one of them in, but let's just keep an eye on the score. It's currently 2. It's 1-1 currently between normal and concept.
Now, for me personally, I just think obviously the colour scheme is the same, but the use and the way they apply the colour scheme and the concept is far superior. Those kind of bold lines going down the middle, that just pops off the screen for me.
I mean, I have to agree. The kit that they're using, obviously this one on the left, it's very dull, very boring, very basic. This one on the right, this concept one, it stands out. It grabs your attention. I was looking through a lot of designs to try and find one to compare it to, and that one caught my eye pretty much straight away, and I couldn't see anything else that was as good, which is why I gone for that one. If I was a Brighton fan, I wouldn't mind wearing that kit at all.
Nah, guys, come on. The only way it would stand out is if you were wearing the kit and you stood up off your seats. No way does that stand out. It may be dull and boring, the original manufacturer's kit, but I like that. I like the left-hand side. And the only reason is that I feel like there's too much going on the right-hand side on the concept kit. So I would like to give my points to the manufacturer. But I might be outvoted here between the two of you.
Ross, I'm going to ask a few follow-up questions. What you see in the left-hand side, the manufacturer kit, it's very much a templated design and very much kind of linear in nature. It's straight lines, it's boring, it's plain. They've got the color scheme, and then the concept kit guy has went around and put a bit of artistic je ne sais quoi onto the canvas. There's no way you can compare the two. The right is sexy. The other one is something that you'd wear if you had a dose of the trots and you didn't want to get your good Sunday clothes dirty.
You know what it is with me? Obviously, I respect the manufacturers for making the kit. It's, even though I find it a bit dull and boring, it's that kit, the actual Brighton kit, reminds me of something that I've seen on Sunday League football. That's the issue with it. It's very Sunday League football. It's very basic. This is what you've got. Everybody knows what it is. I do like the fact that they've got the white lines there that look like the H, obviously, for Brighton and Hove Albion. That's quite unique, but I still prefer the other one.
So, are we going 2-1 to concept on the basis that it's 2 against 1 in this? Or, Ross, have you come around to our way of thinking? Are you standing firm?
I'm standing firm, and the only reason I say that is because I think that there's too much going on in that concept kit that it starts to drown out the whole jersey, and it just looks a bit muddled. But I have been outvoted here, and I think in terms of the pure brilliance of democracy, I have been outvoted. So give the point to the concept.
Well, on the premise of democracy, I think because obviously we are the hosts, of course, me and Rebel both agree that the other one's better, but we are outnumbering Ross for now. I think we should allow the viewers to also have a say. Yes. And whatever they say, that is the winner. So this one's on hold and pending result.
Help me, viewers. Come on. Get in there and join Team Ross with this. Please. Use common sense.
I do want to know if any of our Arsenal viewers are in the chat, because there is a kit that we will be looking at, but I want to hold it until they arrive. So if you're there, make yourself known. So that being said, we'll go on to Liverpool next.
Yep, so this is a Liverpool, very different designs. So it's a Liverpool home kit.
Oh, yeah. As much as I hate Liverpool in terms of playing them and the rivalries there, that concept kit just takes a massive crap on the manufacturer's version.
I'm just waiting for Ross. He seems to be having a great time over there.
Yeah, he's laughing away to himself on mute. It's like the circus.
while Ross composes himself, I mean, you can just see the difference in the kits. If I'm saying the Brighton kit is very dull and boring, then what is this Liverpool kit? It's one colour. It's got the white logo on that. This concept kit for me is just something of an artistic perfection for them. It's got the faded black and you still got the red in there. It looks like, you're ready to go to battle kind of thing, like the Spartans covered in blood and all that kind of stuff, like you're ready for war. I think that kit is a really, really nice kit.
Ross, this is ground control to Major Ross.
I have to try and compose myself here. All right. Look, this concept kit, it looks more like a training kit. This right here is something you'd expect to buy off a special on the shelf, thinking it's a training kit, just to mess about with and have a kick about. With that being said, even though I think this would be better suited to be a training kit, I think the pattern is definitely better than the current design. I mean, Liverpool have always been plain and boring with their home kits. I do like how different this is. It adds that extra flair and adds a bit of like fear into the jersey, so opposition can fear, as Colm say, going to battle. They'll fear Liverpool. But yeah, I wouldn't want that shirt if I was a Liverpool fan as a home shirt, but it is better than the current home shirt. So I will go. I will vote for the concept kit this time.
I do want to ask, because we are near, I think, halfway in the jerseys that we're going looking at. I want to ask you, in terms of films, have you watched Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory? The original one now, not the Johnny Depp version, because I'm not sensing a world of your imagination with your viewpoints on these canvases for kits. Completely over Ross's head, I think.
It's too young.
Hey, no comment. No comment.
Very good. Well, seeing as we still have no word on whether our Arsenal fan base is here, let's move on to United, Colin.
Yep. Okay. So again, United home. This is two very basic designs. I want to start this one off. I really, really do want to start. I love the home kit that United currently have. I think it's really good. It's a bit of a throwback, with the whole collar. It's a nice throwback. However, the gold on the other kit, I love that. And obviously, it hasn't got the triangle thing around the badge. The badge is just on its own. It's got a pattern going down it, which I believe is the Red Devil all the way across it as well. I just think, that kit looks so nice and so well done that, as much as I love the United kit that we currently have, I think it's a fantastic kit. I mean, all mine are going to concepts at a minute, but that concept kit I would love to see United have.
Ross, I'm going to go to you next.
I love it. I think that the concept kit batters the manufacturer's kit. I've also got a good couple of mates that are Manchester United fans, and they had mixed reviews about the current home kit. Some of them like the classic throwback with the collar. Some say that the pattern on the collar with the strip makes it a bit too overdone. But I'm pretty sure we can all agree that this concept kit is beautiful.
Yeah, and could you imagine the sponsor Ferrari across the middle on that concept kit?
Or SA Tourism will get South Africa to sponsor Manchester United. Instead of Fly Emirates, it'll be Fly SA.
If they have enough money, by all means, knock on the door of whoever the new owner is going to be and show them the money.
Well, it's funny you say that. Just to deviate slightly from the kits, there is talks between Tottenham Hotspur and the Tourism Ministry of South Africa for a 3-year sponsorship deal worth about £46 million. And I think Manchester United are trying to bait South Africa into sponsoring them instead, because I'm sure the team viewer sponsorship comes to an end soon as well. So they want to try and hijack this Tottenham Hotspur deal. So it seems like there's quite exciting times happening for South Africa and its English ties.
Indeed. And just kind of touching on that, while South Africa were negotiating with Tottenham, was part of the sponsorship deal that they supply a cup a season in order to boost their egos.
No, we have no cup, but we have got a glass, and that's one thing we will guarantee to sponsor them.
So, by my reckoning, it's now currently Concepts 4, Real Jerseys 1, and 1 in Stasis. Colum, let's move on to United away, and I'm still waiting for that Arsenal fan to appear. If you're Moss or Tony or any of the other Arsenal fans, if you are in the building, make yourself known.
Yeah, so obviously we're going to go on to the next United kit now. If anybody agrees that the current kit is the best kit here, I am willing to get a ticket to wherever you are, plane, boat, or train, and I will come and slap you in the face. So this is the United kit versus the Concept kit.
Oh, yeah.
If anybody thinks that green one is the one, then I'm sorry. Go to Specsavers, tell them that we've sent you. I'm sure they'll give you a discount and show them why you've been sent there.
Actually, Colum, I'm going to run a Twitter experiment after the show on this. If you send me that graphic, and I'm going to post it up on Twitter, and I'm going to put it out there, because what I think of when I see that thing on the left that is actually our jersey, I think of being a bit too worse for wear after a night out, and having the gawks all day. And actually, I'd imagine what is in front of me after gawking is probably going to be prettier than that jersey.
Yeah, I mean, the way I describe United's that jersey of United is you got a football game at 3 o'clock and you got to go and work on M42 at 7. It's a high vis jacket. That's what that is.
Yeah. And there's something about, now I know it's got Borussia Dortmund vibes about it, that Concept kit, but just the way that they've used the kind of yellow gold patterns on that, and I think is that a bit of grey and the black in the fade, that just all just sings to me, really.
Ross is being very quiet.
Well, I don't know. Can I give my opinion to start it off? Look, these kits, I don't like either of them. I'll be honest. I don't like either of them, and I'll tell you why. This Concept kit, my OCD is just going crazy. I mean, look at that yellow strip. It doesn't even line up with that black triangle. It's floating middle of nowhere. There's another one on the left-hand sleeve there, or our right-hand side, but that will be the left-hand sleeve. There's a yellow line floating, doing its own thing. Like, what is this? What? No. I can't have that. And then as for your current away kit, it looks horrible. It looks like sick all over the jersey, which is not good. With that being said, I prefer the current one just because I have no idea what type of pattern and design is going on for the Concept one, the Concept kits. So, yeah, if I could choose none, then I would choose none and be impartial. But if I have to choose one, then I have to choose the current one.
So Ross basically saying, I work on the roads and I need a new high-vis jacket, so I'm buying the United away kit.
Basically.
And going to Specsavers, according to Colm.
Yeah. I mean, you don't need to go to Specsavers to see that kit, in all fairness. But that's a completely different story. So before we move on then, because there was another one. There was another kit that I wanted to put in this for the United, but it missed. I decided to go with the other one. I want to get your thoughts on this kit, Ross, when I get it up. Just give me 2 seconds. No, I don't want to do that.
Please hold while we try to connect your call. The column is loading. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do.
I want to get your thought on this one then, Ross, when it finishes. There we go.
like that. I like that. For an away kit, or even a third kit, really, I like that. Um, it looks quite simple, but very elegant. And if I look close at the jersey, there's almost like a grain that runs on it as well, which like a small grain of stripes that run down. And I think that will be really class. I like that.
And you notice how the blue kind of gradually fades to black as well, or darkens to black.
Yeah, and I see it both sides, on front and the back of the shirt, with the gold piping and the strips with Adidas. I like that. It's very elegant. It's actually something you'd wear on a lovely night out to dinner because it just looks very smart.
Should have gone with that one instead, shouldn't I?
Hindsight is a great thing, Colin.
It is. But it'll be interesting to see. I mean, I'm up for putting all of these on the Twitter and let people, have their own say and their own vote on what they think. I think that'd be good.
Absolutely. Given that our Arsenal bridge around here, maybe we will hold the Arsenal ones for another night. But I'm only messing with you, Ross. Get up the Arsenal jerseys.
So this is the Arsenal home.
Ross, over to you.
It actually looks very similar if it wasn't for the gold strips. It looks very, very similar, obviously, and the collar side. Oh, I think this is the toughest one the whole night. Oh man. See, on the one hand, the current jersey has the collar, which you normally associate with class, and I like it. Whereas the concept kit, the gold just screams champions, which is it's ironic considering Arsenal are pushing for the Premiership. Oh man. You know what? I'm gonna go concept. I'm gonna go concept kit. I just only just, but I'm gonna go concept kit.
Very good. Colm, I think we'll just, because I'm just conscious of the time, we'll move on to the away kit there, and I get your comments on the away kit.
Yep. So this is the Arsenal home and away. Now, I absolutely love the concept kit. That concept kit is absolute fire. Do you know what? Get that Gunners badge off, slap a United badge on it, go and sell it in my local supermarket or Sports Direct or wherever I can get it from right this second, and I will go and give money for that kit right now. That is a lovely kit. I just love the way that the purple and the black fade together. It's so nice, and obviously they got the pattern on it as well. I mean, that's a sexy kit.
I agree with you, Colm. I'm like, with our badge on it, I'm buying that kit tomorrow straight away. And the other one that I'd buy without even thinking about it is that Sancho one that we brought in as kind of a late thinker, because that kit was beautiful. Ross, just briefly your thoughts on this one, and then we'll move on to the final topic because we are small bit pressed for time.
I love it. I think this is one of the few occasions where we're all in agreement. I love this kit.
So, Colm, by my reckoning, even if we split the two ones that kind of were kind of decisive between the Brighton and United away, it is a resounding victory for concept. Now, I do have a theory with regards to the way that I think these manufacturers do their kits. I think they have a couple of template patterns, and they might have one or two different color schemes for those templates, and then they diversify those in line with what the standard team colors is around the number of leagues. Because what I've seen, and I think there was a particularly ugly Man City jersey a couple of seasons ago, and I think Dortmund also had it, but with slightly different colors, and there was one or two other teams that had that same
with
pattern.
Puma.
The Puma one, that's it. was one of the ugliest kits I've ever seen in my life. But I do think it's an effort by them to maximize profits, and that's why they don't have unique thinking in individual team jerseys. But we do have to talk about one last topic. Now, it is slightly tied in to what's going on with Man City. We won't be talking about Man City tonight, but as a result of the investigation that is underway, it would appear that bidders for Manchester United and Liverpool from Arab state nations appear to be running for the hills and not as interested as they were previously. We do have a tweet to bring up that it appears that currently Enos and 3 American parties have contracted straight their interest in Manchester United. Now, the idea that state-backed bids are no longer, or believed to be no longer in play, according to many Twitter speculators, in essence, do you think that may have pushed the keys of Manchester United in the direction of Sir Jim Ratcliffe?
See, it's really hard to say because we don't really know what's going off at City. If we're going to be honest, none of us know what's actually going off at City, so it's really hard to say. Will they be put off by it? Possibly, but we're going to wait until more information comes out and the truth comes out, with actual evidence of whatever's happening at City. If the evidence comes out that City have done all these things wrong, then I think United will struggle to get a Saudi or any kind of financial backing from any Eastern countries whatsoever. So we are going to be looking at a Sir Jim Ratcliffe or somebody like that. But again, it's not too bad of an issue if a Sir Jim Ratcliffe comes in. He's a United fan through and through. He wants to get the club back to the top. So either way, I think United will be perfectly fine.
Ross, any thoughts on this?
Yeah, I think quite briefly that the potential sale of Manchester United is always going to take time. It's not going to be a slapdash deal. There's a lot that needs to be covered, from paperwork to administration to the actual evaluation as well of the club and its assets. So, look, having that initial interest from Sir Jim Ratcliffe is great. That's fine. But it will still take a couple more months. Perhaps we'll only start seeing movements towards the end of the season, if not the beginning of next season, where we start seeing transactions happen and the club physically shifting hands. But until then, there will always be clouds of speculation and potential changes.
Yes, indeed, Ross. Interestingly, the Rain Group have stated that they believe that everything is on course for the lead bidder / likely new owner to be identified by mid-March. How long afterwards it takes to dot the I's and cross the T's after that is anyone's guess, but they are targeting a full Glazier transition of power in March, which would give them enough time then to set up operations to hit the ground running in the summer transfer window, because I'd imagine they will look to do a root and branch review of all layers of staffing outside of the playing staff while the season is still in play. But I do want to thank you both for your viewpoint on this rather different football lounge today, which was football kits, manufacturers versus concept designs. I do want to remind viewers one more time that we are, of course, partnered by Rate Energy. Rate Energy is a powdered energy solution, which is a healthier alternative to your canned drinks that you get in the shops. We are, of course, able to offer FTSN 22 for a 10% discount at rateenergy.ie, and they deliver worldwide. But from us tonight, I do want to say it has been a pleasure and a very good night.